Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Leaders in the Making Partners Conversation. In our first video, we talked about the vision behind the project and why it exists. Now, today we are moving one step further and focusing on how we bring that vision to life through innovation. I'm really happy to be joined by Diana today. Thank you,
Hello.
Diana, for being here with me.
Oh, my pleasure.
Diana, before we dive into methodology, could you briefly tell us where you're based and what role is within your organization?
Okay, hi. I'm speaking to you from International House Torres, and this is a relatively small town in the west of Portugal, and it's about a 30-minute drive north of Lisbon, the capital. And I'm one of the co-owners and head of training and teacher development. And this involves working with our director of studies, helping to support our teachers, obviously, as well as having overall responsibility for our Cambridge CELTA and Delta courses and our online teacher development webinars.
Oh, thank you, Diana. And that experience is exactly why I wanted you in this specific conversation,
Okay.
because I think that innovation in education really starts with people who work closely with teachers and learners every day. And
Yes.
so this brings us naturally to the idea of coaching. So, from your perspective, Diana, what does coaching in education really mean?
For me, coaching in education is really about moving from the teacher just giving answers to
Mhm.
helping their learners find their own answers, scaffolded, guided. It's about really listening, active listening, asking the right questions, creating those moments where both teachers and learners can reflect and grow and grow together. So I think it's much more of a partnership, even field, level playing field in that respect than a top-down approach.
Yeah, yes, I love the way you put it, Diana. It's so real and concrete, and it's such an important shift. So,
Mm,
from giving answers to asking the right question, I
yes,
think this is the most important thing, and
yes.
that mindset alone already changes the learning experience.
Mm.
Now, and of course, that change affects not only the teachers but also the learners. So, how do you see coaching empowering so both teachers and learners in the classroom?
Mm. So when teachers and trainers use coaching, I think they become that they feel a greater sense of confidence guiding their learners rather than just controlling them. And in my experience, learners and students, they really respond very well to that. They start making choices, thinking more for themselves, uh, and sort of there's a greater sense of accountability, realizing this is the expectation, and therefore taking more, as I said, responsibility. And there's a greater sense of this buzzword agency on the part of students now, I think. So everyone feels more involved. The classroom becomes a space where the students can feel trusted, that it's a safe space, that they
Mhm.
feel more capable.
Yeah.
So there's more a sense of their own potential, and they feel valued. And so I think these are all important attributes in being an effective leader. And this is in part what we wish to help our learners on this Leaders in the Making course to become.
Yeah, yes, absolutely, Diana. And I think that when teachers feel empowered, learners feel it too. Okay, so you have this sort of dual reaction.
Yes.
So, yeah, yes, yes, as you said, coaching creates trust, ownership, it creates motivation, and all these things are really essential for meaningful learning. Now, when those elements are present, I also think, and I think you agree with me, that the classroom atmosphere starts to shift.
Mm.
Yeah. So now, in your experience, what kind of changes have you noticed? Maybe in teacher motivation or classroom dynamics when coaching principles, when coaching techniques are introduced?
I think there's a shift in energy. And so, and what I mean by that is teachers become more motivated
Yeah.
because they've seen that their learners are engaging more in topics, discussions. It's not just the teacher says, the students do, or the teacher talks and the students listen. There's much more of a symbiotic relationship. The students are much more involved. And so they're more involved in learning per se in a deeper way. And so students start taking more risks. They speak up more. They reflect more. They reflect more on the activity, on the process of learning, how they're learning, and they're also less afraid of making mistakes, which, as we know, is one of the sort of springboards to learning. Is
Yeah.
not seeing mistakes as a negative thing, but building on that
Yeah.
to work from that. So the whole atmosphere, I think, tends to become more positive and collaborative or
Yeah.
cooperative.
Yeah, yeah, yes, that's such a powerful observation, Diana. Yes. And it really shows how small methodological changes can lead to big human changes
Yes.
in engagement, in confidence, in energy. And I think that this is where the innovative side of the project really stands out. So, what makes our approach innovative compared to more traditional ways of teaching?
I think it's innovative because we're not just delivering content. It's not just a grammar syllabus with vocabulary. It's not just just training in the four skills: listening, reading, writing, speaking. It's beyond that. You're developing people
Hmm.
as people.
Yes.
We're combining solid teaching methodologies and approaches with coaching habits like curiosity, reflection, real authentic conversation. So it makes the whole learning process feel more human and more empowering, um, as compared to the traditional, as I said, teacher talk, students listen,
Listen. Yeah, yeah,
top-down approach.
exactly. So we can say that coaching doesn't replace teaching, it enriches it. It
Yes,
allows learning to become more personal, more reflective,
yes,
and much more connected to real life.
yes.
Yes, yes.
So, Palmina, I have a question for you.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, Diana. Okay, we're
You're
ready
a
to answer.
coach. You were trained at the International Coaching Federation, so you've obviously, an expert, a coach, and lots of experience in coaching. Can you share with us an example of a coaching moment, maybe from a classroom or a training session, that's really resonated with you?
Oh, okay. Oh, this is such a nice question.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So, well, yes, I have one. There's one moment that really stayed with me, and I'm very happy to share this with you. Now, during a teacher training session, a trainee, so a teacher told me, I don't think I'm good enough. I feel like I'm failing my students.
Oh dear.
Yes. Now, instead of giving her advice, I
Mm.
asked her one simple question.
All right.
Yes, and my question was, what tells you that this is true? Now there was a long pause. After this pause, she started talking, but not about her failures, but about her care, her commitment, her passion. And at the end, she looked at me and said, I've never spoken to myself this way before. So, you see, Diana, nothing changed on the outside, but I think that something shifted inside her. So, and this is the power of coaching, helping people to reconnect with their own strengths.
And
And
what
that,
you did was you gave her the time to think and
yeah,
to reflect.
yes,
You asked a really gold question. It was a key, very carefully
yeah,
worded question. And so she was able to fully reflect rather than just give a knee-jerk response.
exactly. And you said exactly one very precious thing. I gave her time to reflect. Because unfortunately, nowadays, we tend to give immediately our answer, so our thoughts, without letting our students, our teachers, our colleagues, our partners reflect. So this is really very precious, and this is the power of coaching. So
Well
thank you,
done.
Diana, for this question, and I would like now to stop this video with this memory. So I would like to thank you again, Diana, for this
My pleasure.
conversation, and to everyone who has watched the video. Now, in the next episode of Leaders in the Making Partners Conversation, we will shift our focus to collaboration and explore how learning across borders, as it is happening among us, will strengthen and is already strengthening this project and our shared vision. So, again, thank you, Diana,
Thank
and we
you.
hope everyone will join us again soon. Bye. Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.